Good morning, folks, and welcome back to my podcast. This is George Nathaniel for you. As I always do, I come back with very simple topics that relates to each one of you. Well, what is my topic for today? Today I have a very simple topic, but some very meaningful advice that I received in the past, and I've just been able to realize them as time goes by. Well, the topic for today is leadership is built on experiences. Yes, definitely we will all endorse that leadership is built on experiences. And what is most important for each one of us as individuals is to learn with the tick of time. And as we learn, we prepare towards ourselves becoming future leaders. So, folks, as we look around, what we see is everybody wants to be a leader. Yes, definitely, everybody wants to be a leader and they definitely can be. But leadership starts from everyone's individual contribution and efforts that marks towards a goal. So whether we are an individual player working towards a team goal, whether we are a team player, whatever, our individual efforts, our contributions is what marks our results. And gradually that's what builds leadership. So folks, let me share with you some advice that I have received on leadership. Well, I was given this advice on leadership. When I was young, I was told, it was a phrase that was used on me. The phrase goes like this. I was told that, hey George, where you going? You're all dressed and nowhere to go. Well, I was quite confused and shocked for a moment because I was in my normal attire and I didn't find anything strange about what I was wearing. And for a while, I sat back to think that was I overdressed for that particular moment? Was I overdressed for that particular day? Was I overdressed for anything? Well, then I said, let me go back and ask the meaning of this advice. When I went back and asked the explanation of the advice and how it related to what I was, well, I was quite shocked because it didn't relate to anything that I thought about. Nothing at all. It didn't relate to my dressing at all. Well, I was giving an explanation that time is as important as the food you consume. And good leaders are always in search of either new goals or lessons to be learned. Thus, preparation starts from every moment that we engage. Preparation starts from finding something to do. And preparation starts from making every moment important. So when I was explained that all dressed and nowhere to go meant if I wanted to be a future leader, I always needed to be engaged in either being a part of a process, being a part of a goal, learning something, or if not, participating in the growth of something. I was really taken back by this advice because it does such a deep meaning, something that I didn't even think about. It did because as a youngster, when someone tells you you're all dressed and nowhere to go, the first thing that we do is look at our attire. I never thought in terms of what they meant to life. So, folks, I'm sure as we relate to our own lives, we will understand the importance of time. We would understand the importance of preparation. We would understand the importance of engaging. And most importantly, we will understand the importance of turnarounds. Well, what are the takeaways that I learned from that moment? And definitely, I'm happy to always share my experiences. Well, there are very simple things that I've learned. 5 simple things that I've learned. Well, to begin with, number 1, it's not always necessary to be running after newer goals. Personal development needs equal time and importance. That I think is the top priority about everything. Number 2, I would say timing and management is priority. We need to converse we need to conserve, and most importantly, what we need to understand the need of the moment. When we conserve our potential, we avoid burnouts. And of course, most importantly, we avoid being an easy bait. Number three, results are as important as moving ahead. Bigger results always come with bigger turnarounds in progress. So, with results, if we are able to move forward, that gets bigger. That's what I'm talking about. Well, number four is something very, very crucial, something that we need to pay attention to. Preparation and participation are two different things. Yes, I'm saying it again because it's very important. Preparation and participation are two different things. Either we prepare or we participate. We cannot be preparing in participation or participating to prepare. So that is very crucial, folks. Remember that. And number five is another most important, crucial strength of all leaders. Personal development on goals is very, very important. Leadership is anchored around abilities to lead. And what is most important of any leader is to train in simple advice. If we cannot lead as a leader, we will not gain any kind of leadership. We will not have any followers. So for a leader, it's important to train as a simple advice around leadership built on experiences. So folks, as we relate to our personal lives, our professional lives, our goals, our progress around all wellness, our contribution to lives, our contribution to our goals, let us understand these five very important things that we need to follow, and five very, very important things that we need to practice across all spheres of life if we don't want to be all dressed and nowhere to go. So folks, as we talk about leadership built on experiences, and my experiences that I share on very generic terms, let us understand that we need to prepare ourselves as leaders. We need to hone our skills. We need to understand that every participation of ours marks a difference. Because as a leader, the expectation from you is totally different compared to anybody else. So it's very, very important to be prepared prior to participation, and most importantly to result, so that the followers understand the meaning of leadership, and you are able to groom future leaders. Folks, I hope you like listening to my podcast, which are very simple and generic to our lives. It's all about progress, it's all about development, and it's most importantly, it's all about wellness and well-being for each one of us. Folks, I hope you like listening to my podcast, and if you want me to repeat those five important shares, I'll be happy to do so. So like I said, most important of anything is not just running after new goals, but personal development, timing and management. Results are as important as our progress, preparation and participation, and most importantly, personal development. So as we train ourselves prior to training others, let us understand that leadership is built on experiences. I hope you like listening to my podcast. This is George Nathaniel. My podcasts are available on every platform. I also have my blog website, which is georgenathaniel.net. Come and read my blogs, listen to my podcasts, put in your request, leave an impression. I'll be happy to come back and talk about it, share my experiences. I wish you all a wonderful period ahead. Thank you so much, and this is George Nathaniel. Have a wonderful time ahead.